In the year 2147, humanity had reached its zenith. Colonies stretched across Mars and Europa. Technological advancements reshaped societies, and Earth itself was a beacon of progress. Yet for all their achievements, humans remained blissfully unaware of the cosmic eyes watching them from beyond the stars. The universe was vast, but it was not empty, not anymore. On a quiet evening aboard an orbiting research station called Aurora Asterisk, Dr. Elena Hart adjusted her glasses as she reviewed data streaming in from deep space probes. She wasn't expecting anything unusual. These readings were routine. But then something caught her attention, a faint signal embedded within static. It pulsed rhythmically, almost like a heartbeat. Intrigued, she isolated the frequency and ran it through decoding algorithms. Hours later, the results stunned her. This wasn't random noise, it was language. Word spread quickly among the scientific community. Governments scrambled to assess potential threats while private corporations eyed opportunities for profit. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens speculated wildly about what kind of beings might have sent such a message. Some feared invasion, others hoped for enlightenment. Few considered that first contact could be initiated by accident or desperation. Far away, on a distant planet orbiting a dying star, the Zorvath collective faced extinction. Their resources dwindled, their sun dimmed, and their population plummeted. Desperate to survive, they dispatched automated vessels into the void with one mission: find habitable worlds and claim them before time ran out. Unbeknownst to them, one of those drones had locked onto Earth's transmissions, mistaking human chatter for signs of weakness rather than strength. When the Zorvath fleet arrived at Earth's doorstep months later, panic swept across the globe. Massive ships descended silently over major cities, blocking sunlight and casting eerie shadows below. Communication attempts failed. The aliens ignored every plea, demand, or threat broadcasted toward their vessels. Instead, they began systematically dismantling infrastructure, harvesting materials without regard for collateral damage or loss of life. Among those who witnessed the devastation firsthand was Marcus Reed, a former soldier turned engineer living in New Chicago. When the attack hit, he lost everything: his home, his workshop, and most painfully, his younger brother Liam. Fueled by grief and rage, Marcus joined the resistance movement forming underground. They called themselves the Reckoners, vowing to fight back against the invaders no matter the cost. The Reckoners operated guerrilla-style, sabotaging supply lines and targeting weak points in the alien tech. While governments debated surrender terms and corporate leaders negotiated deals behind closed doors, ordinary people took matters into their own hands. Marcus proved invaluable, using his knowledge of engineering to reverse engineer captured equipment. He discovered vulnerabilities in the Zorvath armor plating, weak spots that could be exploited with precision strikes. But brute force alone wouldn't win this war. Humanity needed strategy, unity, and above all else, hope. That's where Dr. Hart came in. After narrowly escaping capture during the initial assault, she dedicated herself to understanding the enemy. Through painstaking analysis of intercepted signals and recovered debris, she pieced together fragments of Zorvath culture and psychology. What she found shocked her. Despite their advanced technology, the Zorvaths were driven by primal instincts, fear being chief among them. They're not conquerors, Elena explained during a clandestine meeting with Marcus and other leaders of the Reckoners. They're refugees. Everything they've done stems from terror, fear of dying, fear of losing their species. And now, she paused, letting the weight of her words sink in. They're terrified of us. Marcus frowned. Why would they be scared of us? Look at what they've done. Elena nodded grimly. Because we're unpredictable. We adapt. We improvise. We don't give up, even when logic says we should. To them, that makes us dangerous. This revelation changed everything. If fear was the Zorvath's greatest weakness, then perhaps it could also be their undoing. Armed with this insight, the Reckoners devised a daring plan codenamed Operation Phantom Asterisk. Using modified holographic projectors salvaged from entertainment districts, they created illusions designed to exploit the aliens' paranoia. Ghostly figures appeared in the night sky, mimicking ancient myths and legends from Earth's history. Dragons soared above Beijing, colossal serpents slithered through Rio de Janeiro, and spectral warriors marched across Moscow. Each apparition carried subtle messages encoded in frequencies only the Zorvats could detect. Warnings of impending doom, promises of retribution, and whispers of an unstoppable force rising against them. At first, the Zorvats dismissed the phenomena as glitches in their sensory arrays, but as the hallucinations grew more frequent and elaborate, doubt crept into their ranks. Commanders argued over whether to retreat or double down on resource extraction. Soldiers hesitated, questioning orders and second-guessing their mission. Chaos brewed within the once unified collective. Meanwhile, Marcus led ground teams in coordinated assaults against key targets, striking hard and fast before vanishing into the shadows. Every victory bolstered morale among the scattered remnants of humanity. For the first time since the invasion began, people dared to believe they might actually stand a chance. As weeks turned into months, the tide shifted decisively. The Zorvat fleet, fractured by internal strife and plagued by relentless sabotage, began withdrawing from Earth's atmosphere. One by one, their massive ships ascended skyward, leaving behind smoldering ruins but intact resolve. Humanity had weathered the storm and emerged stronger for it. Yet even as celebrations erupted worldwide, Elena couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't the end. The Zorvats would return someday, better prepared and more determined. Until then, however, humanity had bought itself precious time to prepare and to remember. Standing atop a hill overlooking the ruins of New Chicago, Marcus watched the last alien vessel disappear into the horizon. Beside him, Elena held a small device containing the decoded Zorvath language. Together, they gazed at the stars, knowing full well that peace was temporary. Somewhere out there, amidst countless galaxies, another civilization awaited discovery, and another reckoning loomed. For now, though, humanity had proven one thing unequivocally. No matter how powerful or advanced an adversary may seem, nothing strikes greater fear into the hearts of conquerors than the indomitable spirit of those willing to fight for their future.